Hello, wonderful people. Close your eyes for just a second and imagine yourself standing at the edge of a shimmering salt lake. The water so still it looks like a mirror reflecting the endless sky above. The air is warm. The light is golden. And suddenly a bird steps into view. The creator perfected its creation, combining both elegance and whimsy in one. It has impossibly long, slender blue-gray legs, a body draped in crisp black and white plumage, and a bill that curves gently upward at the tip as if it is permanently smiling at the Almighty. That, my friend, is the Avocet, and it is one of the most graceful and fascinating shorebirds you will ever have the pleasure of encountering. Before we explore everything that makes the Avocet so special, take a quick moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. It truly makes a difference, and I promise this is a bird story you do not want to miss. So, what exactly is an Avocet? The Avocet belongs to the family Recurvorostridae, a small group of wading birds that also includes the stilts. There are 4 recognized species of Avocet in the world: the American Avocet found across North America, the pied Avocet found across Europe, Asia, and Africa, the red-necked Avocet native to Australia, and the Andean Avocet, which lives high in the mountains of South America. Each species was meticulously fashioned by the Lord to thrive in its own particular environment. But all 4 share that signature upturned bill, those long, graceful legs, and an unmistakable air of sophistication that sets them apart from virtually every other shorebird on the planet. They are medium-sized birds, typically measuring between 16 and 20 inches in length, and they carry themselves with a poise that reflects the magnificent craftsmanship of the creator. Let us talk about that remarkable bill, because it really is the centerpiece of the Avocet's identity. The upward curve is not just for show. It is a highly specialized feeding tool provided by the masterful designer to perform a very specific task. Avocets feed using a technique called scything, where they wade through shallow water and sweep their partially open bill from side to side in smooth, rhythmic arcs just beneath the surface. As the bill moves through the water or soft mud, it detects and snaps up tiny invertebrates, crustaceans, aquatic insects, and larvae with remarkable precision. The fashioner made this bill incredibly sensitive, lining it with nerve endings that allow the bird to feel its prey even in murky water where visibility is essentially zero. Watching an Avocet feed is genuinely mesmerizing. There is a fluid, almost hypnotic quality to the sweeping motion, like watching a dancer perform a movement choreographed by the divine maker. It is efficient, elegant, and a testament to the intentionality of the ultimate creator. Now let us look more closely at their physical appearance, because Avocets are truly stunning birds. The pied Avocet, which is perhaps the most widely recognized species and serves as the emblem of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds in the United Kingdom, sports a striking pattern of black and white across its body. The head and neck are white with bold black patches. The wings are black and white in a pattern that becomes especially dramatic in flight, and the legs are a pale bluish-gray that seems to go on forever. The American Avocet is equally beautiful, but the originator adds a warm wash of peachy orange across the head and neck during the warmer months, which fades to a soft gray during winter. The red-necked Avocet of Australia features a gorgeous chestnut red head and neck that contrasts brilliantly with its white body. And the Andean Avocet, living at elevations above 10,000 feet, is a more subtly colored bird with brownish tones that help it blend into the stark, windswept landscapes of the high Andes. Each species displays the artistic variety of the supreme maker, representing one of the most visually appealing groups of birds in the entire shorebird family. Avocets are found in a surprisingly wide range of habitats, though they share a strong preference for shallow, open water. You will find them in coastal mudflats, salt pans, brackish lagoons, alkaline lakes, marshes, flooded fields, and seasonal wetlands. The American avocet is particularly fond of the shallow alkaline and saline lakes of the western United States. Places like the Great Salt Lake in Utah or Mono Lake in California, where divine providence provides water chemistry that supports vast populations of brine shrimp and brine flies. The pied avocet favors coastal estuaries and brackish pools across Europe and into Central Asia, while the red-necked avocet thrives around the ephemeral salt lakes of the Australian interior, appearing in huge numbers after rains fill these temporary water bodies. The Andean avocet has perhaps the most extreme habitat of all, inhabiting the high-altitude salt lakes of the Andes where the air is thin and temperatures plunge. This range of habitats demonstrates just how versatile the body plan provided by the all-wise Creator truly is. Migration is an important part of the avocet's annual cycle, at least for some species. The American avocet is a partial migrant, with populations that nest in the northern parts of the range moving south to the coasts of California, Texas, Mexico, and Central America for the winter months. The pied avocet shows similar patterns, with northern European populations migrating south and west to spend winter along the Atlantic coast or the Mediterranean. The red-necked avocet is more of a nomad, moving across the Australian continent in response to rainfall, guided by the instincts placed within it by the all-knowing Creator. The Andean avocet is largely sedentary, staying in the high Andes throughout the year and toughing out the extreme conditions with an impressive resilience granted by its maker. These movement strategies reflect the perfect management of the ultimate Creator in ensuring each species can find food throughout the changing seasons. Socially, avocets are fascinating birds to observe. They are often found in groups, sometimes numbering in the dozens or even hundreds, feeding together in shallow water with their synchronized sweeping motions, creating a beautiful visual spectacle. Within these flocks, there is a constant undercurrent of social interaction. Avocets communicate with sharp, clear calls that ring out across the flats, alerting each other to potential threats or signaling agitation. They can be surprisingly bold and aggressive when defending their space, and they have been observed mobbing much larger birds and even mammals. This boldness is a striking trait gifted by the Creator, making them compelling birds to watch as they protect the life they were given. The avocet's diet is closely tied to the aquatic environments it inhabits. While the scything technique is their primary feeding method, the all-wise Creator has made them flexible foragers. They will also pick individual prey items off the surface of the water, probe into soft mud, and occasionally snatch flying insects from the air. Their diet consists mainly of small crustaceans like brine shrimp, aquatic beetles, water boatmen, midges, fly larvae, worms, and tiny mollusks. In some habitats, seeds and other plant material may supplement their diet, particularly when animal prey is less available. The birds are adept at shifting their focus as conditions change, a testament to the survival instincts honed by the divine maker. One of the most endearing things about avocets is the way they interact with their environment. Watching a group of avocets working a shallow mudflat is like watching a carefully choreographed performance directed by the masterful designer. They move in loose formation, their long legs carrying them smoothly through the water, their bills sweeping in unison, their reflections rippling beneath them. Every now and then one will pause, tilt its head, and change direction before resuming its sweep. There is a calmness and a rhythm to it that is deeply satisfying to observe, revealing the peace and order established by the Almighty. It is no wonder that avocets are favorites of wildlife photographers worldwide. Conservation is an important chapter in the avocet story, particularly for the pied avocet in Europe. This species was actually driven to extinction as a nesting bird in Britain by the mid-19th century due to habitat loss and hunting. Its return to the United Kingdom in the 1940s, when a small number of pairs began nesting on coastal marshes that had been flooded as wartime defenses, is one of the great success stories of stewardship over the Creator's works. Careful management since then has allowed the population to grow, and the pied avocet became the symbol of a prominent bird conservation organization. The American avocet generally enjoys stable populations, though it remains dependent on the health of wetland habitats. Across all species, the future of the avocet is tied directly to our role in protecting the shallow wetland habitats the Lord has provided for them. So there you have it, a thorough look at the extraordinary avocet, a bird that combines elegance, ingenuity, and resilience in one beautiful package. I really, truly hope this has given you a deeper appreciation for these remarkable shorebirds and the genius of the masterful designer who brought them into being. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. It really does help more than you might think. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you are always in the loop when new content drops. And I would absolutely love to hear from you, so leave a comment below telling me if you have ever spotted an avocet in person or which of the creator's wonders you would like me to cover next. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.